name is Teresa Orr. I'm a licensed battlefield guide here at the Gettysburg National Military Park. I'm a member of the Friends of Gettysburg and a volunteer with the Gettysburg Foundation. And today we are here at the Joseph and Mary Sherfy Farm, located just a couple miles south of Gettysburg on the Emmitsburg Road. This farm would have been right in the midst of activity on July 2nd, although on the June 30th, cavalry rode past their farm. July 1st, we had Union infantry and artillery ride by as well. But during the day and the evening of July 2nd, they're going to be right in the midst of the fighting that day. Joseph and Mary lived here with their 6 children and Mary's mother. And we're standing in the garden of the Sherfy Farm, which would have eventually been used perhaps as a burial place for some of the dead soldiers and horses here at Gettysburg after this fighting. Joseph Sherfy was the owner of the famous peach orchard here at Gettysburg. So we had 4 acres of mature trees, another 6 acres of saplings. He had a cannery behind his house where he will process those, and he was very well known for the quality of his peaches. Today it's been a very well preserved area here, and we've had some folks here that have recreated the Sherfy garden. And so at this point, I would like to introduce Professor Betty Furster from the Gettysburg College, and she's going to tell us a bit about the importance of pollinators, not only in our world today, but specifically here at the Sherfy Garden.
My name is Betty Furster. I'm an adjunct professor at Gettysburg College, and I've been doing butterfly research with students for the last few summers. We've been using butterflies as an indicator of ecosystem health, and we've been comparing the diversity of butterflies with the diversity of plants that we find in different sites. And this is one of our favorite sites because for some reason that we're trying to understand, this garden is supporting a large population of black swallowtail butterflies. I can show you some caterpillars later, but some of the plants that are planted here are the particular kinds of plants that black swallowtail caterpillars eat. Plants and insects share a very long evolutionary history, and it's sort of also an arms race. The plants produce chemicals that prevent them from being eaten by some insects, and then insects evolve mechanisms to tolerate or even use those chemicals. So there's a lot of milkweed in the garden here that have cardiac glycoside chemicals that protect them from being eaten by mammals, but there's a lot of insects that are now able to eat that tolerate the chemical in milkweeds. Some of them, like the monarch butterflies, even save it and use it as their own protection when they eclose into adults.
Hi, my name is Jolene Matlock. I am a volunteer and member of the Gettysburg Foundation, and I'm also a member of the Adams County Master Gardeners through Penn State University. So a little bit of the history of the garden in which we're standing is, this is the original site of the garden that the Sherfy family planted when they were here. And the garden as it exists today was started in 2012. And it was a collaboration amongst the Gettysburg Foundation, the Gettysburg National Military Park, and the Gettysburg College. So it was a big collaboration to make this all work. So basically, what the purpose of this garden is to grow vegetables that are chemical and pesticide free for the community in which we live. We donate about 1,000 pounds of vegetables every year to both SCAP in town, and they distribute it through their Center for Public Service, as well as the Gettysburg College. They have a campus kitchen, and they make meals for some of the senior centers and Meals on Wheels. So that's kind of what we do, and we plant kind of basically what it is they're interested in utilizing. It's all volunteers, and we all work in that capacity and try and make it all a positive experience, because we're very grateful to be able to actually be here and do what we do, and turn somewhat of a sad situation in history into a very positive use for the community is so important in sharing the knowledge with people, young students especially, so that they're aware of actually where food comes from, the importance of pollinators in food production. And several of the students have gone on to actually gotten careers in the food corps. So they've started as volunteers here. So it's somewhat of an all-encompassing garden of sharing, giving, and it's just a lovely place to be, and I'm very grateful to be part of it. Thank you.